Oh, what's going on, everyone? I'm Nick Incognito. Hey, back with another stream. We're going to be still continuing the adventures in Final Fantasy XI on the private server called Valhalla. Okay, just a few quick things that I've learned so much from the people here who've playing in the private server. They've actually showed me that on the server itself, there's a lot of neat little features that you don't get in the regular game itself. That these are special perks added by the people who are running the server. If anybody's familiar with Final Fantasy XI, it's going to immediately point out that the area I'm currently in has nothing to do with the original game. This is specifically created by within the server itself. Okay, and really, a lot of this stream is going to be about is looking at a lot of these perks for a case if anybody decides they want to try Final Fantasy XI and they want to experience a custom adventure. I apologize for coughing. Okay, then I highly recommend is coming to Valhalla. Okay, if you want the experience, the original adventures without no custom perks, as far as I'm aware, then God damn these coughs. Then I highly suggest that you go to the private server called Horizon, where you can get the original experience. There's thousands of people at any given time on that server. I think the highest I saw in my short little experience was like 2,600 people. But from I was reading some comments there, people have said they've seen as high as 3,000 or even up to 3,200. Okay, I do know there is a login where it'll say how many people are on, and as far as I'm aware, that server does not have bots or anything like that. You know, dual boxing as they call it, which means is a player has not only playing on their main account, but they'll have a secondary or what they call as mule characters, and that's actually what they are, you know, in the game as well. Each person that you see is a different person. So they say there's 2,600 people online. That means there's actually 2,600. There's not like 2,000 actual people and then the other 600 are just mules. No. Now on Valhalla, they do allow mule counts. And you'll see a lot of people, if you see them kind of bunched up together real quick, you know, really close, you know, 2, 3, or 4, or however many. Generally speak, is one of them is the actual main account, and the rest are just mule accounts who are following. They'll engage in battle and whatnot. But okay, it's people who just having a different take on the game. But anyways, like I said, enough with that. Let's get into the nitty gritty when you come into Valhalla. And like I said, I've only just found this out the other day. I've been on the server for about 2 weeks, so I've actually missed out on quite a bit of what you can actually do in a game. If you're looking to just like, hey, I've played the original, the original retail, and I've gotten all these stuff already, so I don't mind coming here and doing a lot of shortcuts to get back up to where I used to be. Okay, now obviously if you kind of notice up here, you see all these in this area. If you're looking to craft, great place you want to be in, because these skills are permanently stated on. Anybody who's actually played the original will actually know what these are. Okay, so if you're trying to level up alchemy, bone craft, leather craft, cloth craft, and cooking and all the crafts, you can just come on in here. Okay, and you can just, you don't have to worry about going back to the vendor or whatnot, and you know, have them raise, you know, talk to him and raise your give you these little bonuses. These are permanent within this particular area, or if you go to Ark Urgan, like it. But this is so much easier just to get in here. Okay, hey, let's go over. So to exit the area, just talk to the Green Thumb Moogle. You'll come out real quick. And we're going to go right back into that place. I just want to show you. It takes you to your home point. Now, it should be Home Nation. But see, I've always had this home point right here. Okay, so, and this is where it's been taking me. Now, it's either it's taking to your home point or your Home Nation. Now, if it's Home Nation, I don't know where it Could be. I'm assuming it's taken back to whatever home point that you have. Okay. Now, show you a quick command and how we get back to where we just were. Okay. You go into the save tab, and all you do is you hit @mog. Simple little command. And it will take, alright, now this is where we get into. Now it takes you into an area that they created that they call Mog Garden. See, there's a little green thumb dude. Basically, that allows you, see, I didn't realize, because I was talking to all of these people, trying to figure out, I was just like, oh, I wonder how you can just get out of the area, like if I don't want to use a command or War Scroll, because the first time I came here, I was like, oh, who the fuck do I go to? And I used the War Scroll, and it's like, no, I talked to this guy, all of a sudden he just booted me out. Now, you can go to various people, and I'm pretty sure that Moogle right there activates your Mog house, basically. But see, last time I talked to this guy, yeah, see, it I don't know why, it does some weird things. And I want to try again in case I was wrong, but you see, it's not, in case you're wondering, I can't actually move right now, because it's some weird little thing that's glitching. So I'll show you another place where if you want to not have to go back into your residential home, and this actually makes it really nice. So many features, so I never have to look at the my Moogle house ever again, unless of course I'm doing things like putting up, making the area look nice and all that. But I personally have never cared about that, though. I did do the gardening there at one point in retail. Okay, and in case you're wondering, I'm just. So for me personally, but just because it for some reason on this server this glitches, I don't use that Moogle at all. Just so in case of anybody who's watching decides, hey, I want to check out the private server Valhalla for Final Fantasy XI. Just let you know, at least for me, like I said, just for like 30 or 40 seconds that Moogle do when you click on. Yeah, you can do the porter slips, but it glitches. Now we'll come over here. Now, in order to, we'll do the first one. We'll get to the Warp NPC here in a minute. Now, you come over here. You go to Garuda. Now, here's the neat little thing is here. Once you get up to level 10, you can get into these nice little perks. Okay, you trade items to unlock some features. Trade 5,000 gills. Unlock the Teleport NPC access. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out which one that is, because like I said, I've only done this I've only accessed this within the last day or so. Okay, and the real reason why I know about this is because again, you see my little LS in there. We all have the same link shell and such. I was talking to him about something else, and they say, hey, go in here and then look on the wiki forum for the Valhalla site. And it'll show a lot of stuff. And they said, I told them, it's like, yeah, I played retail and all that. And they say, hey, don't worry about it. Even the most veterans and all that, they come on this server, they're not going to know all these neat little perks, and they feel noobish or stupid. And yeah, because I don't know everything about this server, yeah, I feel like I'm a brand new player. And yet I've gotten a couple jobs before I left the retail version up to level 99. Okay, so it's a lot of new things to learn. Okay, so now that allows you to unlock Teleport NPC access, which again, I'm trying to figure out which that is. I'm gonna have to go into the wiki and I'll explain it. And I'm assuming that'll teleport you to teleport Johan to Exobar, shit like that. However, this is a neat little thing I just found out. All right, trade 24. Fire crystals to upgrade the command shop. Now here we go with the shop, and what's that? Basically, it's this. You can instantly just pretty much, it's like if you're talking to an NPC, you can get a on the spot buy or sell options, and the buy is limited. Like you can get war. I mean. For me, it makes no sense to do warp when all I gotta do it's just used like @mod, or the next one is going to be lib, which is short for library. I just go in there, and then I exit out, and it dumps me right, and then it dumps me right back to my home point. So I have no interest now in getting the warps. You can do potions, you can do X potions, these are, but the big thing that I was interested in was these three right here: silent oil, prism powder, and deodorizer. Where now I don't have to actually carry a whole bunch of them on me. Because I'm going through an area where I really do need them. Okay, you can also do is for these, but it doesn't bother me to not get these, because again I can just go to my home point, and the signet will be and the NPC who gives the signet will be right there. But anyways, for me, these three right here are going to be the most value. Okay, now going back to Garuda real quick. Okay, 5 Beastman Seals unlocks a tier 1 augment chance enchant gear with up to 4 augments per item. Okay, I have not used this option yet, but I'm going to assume is for gear that you can augment and such. Okay, which I don't have any gear you can do that with. Okay, 50 Beastman Seals, you can unlock sub-jobs. That means you don't have to go through the quest to unlock your sub-job. You can just come in here, give 50 Beastman Seals, and boom, it's done. Didn't know that. I already did the quest for unlocking your sub-job. Again, everything I'm telling you right now, this is just specifically to the Valhalla server. Any other private server does something different. Okay? So, anyways, the biggest takeaway that I'm going to say is besides unlocking the two things that I will worry about the most is, and actually you can do any of these, which is totally fine. I've already did all these options. The biggest one is going to be that last one, 10,000 gear to unlock warp zone access to skill up zone. Okay. Now this is the only thing, and I'm not actually going to go, but if you go in here, there is a skill up zone. There's level 25, level 50, so you can go in there. If you're, say, you're some high level guy, let's say you're level 75, and you're working on you want to work on a different skill, you know, whether it be elemental, magic, level up your axes, pole arms, and whatnot. You can go into this zone, and you can just go up against an NPC who is going to hit you back. So keep that in mind. But they don't leave where they're at. So wherever they're standing, they stand right there. And if you're in within range, you can hit them, and they can hit you. They'll go back and forth, and you can skill up a lot of your skills. This is where you don't have to take on mobs or anything like that. Again, I just found this. Okay, but right here you can go into the library. You can go to the library, or you can hit the in the save bar. You just say, hey, @lib or lib, and it'll take you right into the library, which we're going to do that here in just a second. Okay, and I'm going to use it through the command instead of doing this. But you can access other players, and some of these are custom done areas from what is said on the wiki for Valhalla. Okay, because I am not familiar with Lee Forella or the Eastern Udaline. Okay, even though I know Udaline is from the expansion, but I never played that expansion. You can do some sort of PvP, or here's Sky. Fayin, I don't recognize that place, or you can go to Battalion down. And here, look, remember when I had to go to the Constant Highlands to get to not Baffless Thickets, but to do the Sam quest? I could have just come in here, gone to that, and boom, I'm right there. Okay, there's Tyree Canyon. Escobar, when I was doing the level limit break, I could have just gone in here. Of course, then, and I'll show the other NPCs. There's so many other things you could do. Okay, here's automatic for leveling. You know, for for Ark Organ, the Puck Camp, Escobar. So many neat little places that you can do, and some of them I do not recognize at all. Okay, so coming over to the next one, we're coming over to Shiva. Okay, you can do this is for level 20 to 40. Trade items to any combination of 12 elemental clusters to unlock tier 2 augments. Again, I don't know what the augments are. I'm still trying to get back into the game. Okay, 5-hour buffs, 1 civilian milk equals 3 HP, and I would assume that's for region, but I haven't done that yet. Okay, and then simple little things that that you can do, and these stay on for 5 hours, regardless of where you're dead or not. The only time I think that clock was sub is if you log out. Okay. 25 Shaman Garlics equals unlock an advanced job, which means you trade him Garlics, and then you can unlock an advanced job instead of doing the quest. Now, I will say is doing these streams when I go to unlock an advanced job, I will be doing them the way how you would see them done in retails for the streams and all that. I'm not going to do it the cheap way. It is a cheap way, but a lot of these guys feel like they've played the retail version. They've already done up here. Now they've kind of started all over, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to skip a little bit because I want to get into leveling. Okay, 8 high quality for organs or any of those organs will get you either the Rajas, the Sattva, or the Tamas ring. Okay, those I'm not familiar with, so kind of curious how those going to look. Now you get on to Ramu. And it's here. Okay, 75,000 gil, 8 artifact armor, claim slip, level 50 to 60 class gear. It's really good when like... how do I put it? You know, you don't want to do the quest. Now, I am going to do the quest for the gear, unless it's just something so ridiculously long, and I may end up. But if I do it that way, it's not going to be done on stream. Of course, I may do one on stream, just so you can see. Though I will say maybe the limit breaks I might do, especially I've only done the. I actually haven't yet done the level 60 quest, so I really could do the level 60 quest, and I might do it the limit break way. Not the actual way, but just like pay the gil and huzzah, I go at it. Okay, but here's a lot of neat things you can do to, it's just like I said, well, private server is this is the Valhalla private server, Moonjackal. So, if you've already played the retail game, and I've already said this, if you've played the retail game and you've taken your characters, you've done everything, but you're looking to get back into the game, and you're like, man, I don't really want to fucking go back to all that shit, come down to the Valhalla server, and once you hit level 10 for your first job, you could come on in here into these areas, this area, and I'll show you quick. I'm in the Mog area, but if you want to get to that, you hit at Mog. And this is how you get into the area. Once you hit level plus 10 plus. So take your first job, go up to level 10, and you can come in here this way. And if you want, when the stream's done, you can go back. And I've already went through what all these do. Okay, they are just interesting ways, and for your just quick convenience. Here, I'm just going to show you the list real quick. So you got the Garuda, you can do all these things down here. This is what she does. If you give 5,000 gil, you can unlock teleport NPC access. And I just found this area because the guys in the link shell told me about this. And I am actually still new to how these neat little features just for this particular private server. Again, this is only for the private server Valhalla. This is any other private server does it differently. If you want just original retail, I highly suggest go to the private server that's called Horizon. As far as I'm aware, they do not do this stuff. They are strictly like old school on that game. This is just, neat little features. You can still enjoy the game, and you don't feel like going through a lot of the old stuff. Okay. The two big things that I like is the upgrade command shop, where if you just do, and for anybody who's just already seen this, I apologize, do add shop, and you get basically is the ability to buy or sell. You come in here, you get these neat little things. Actually, I haven't opened up my Chocobo mount yet. I gotta go do that quest. The big things for me with this shop is that the ability to sell right on the spot, and these right here if I have to sneak around. Okay. And of course, like I said, you can sell. And see, I can do all these. So I don't have to, actually I'll give a good example. Here we go. Boom. Now I don't feel like I have to run away from anywhere to, and stop leveling. Okay. And also that also includes is if you go down, you can unlock sub-jobs. You don't even have to do the quest. Just trade 50 Beastman seals, and generally by the time you get up to do the sub-job, you'll probably have Beastman seals more than enough. You don't have to worry about it. Of course, then you can do 10,000 gil. You can go ahead and you can get into the skill up zone, or you can warp into any places that they've doesn't have a instant place to go to. That's just so you can get around places like Exobar, Constant Highlands, and some other places that are high level up there in the Ark-Urgan areas, the Udon areas. So again, for Shiva, this is what you do, and it tells you a level 20 to 40, and this one is perk NPC level 10 to 20. So when you get to level 10, you can come here. And this one right here, this is Ramuh. This is when you can, again, actually, I haven't actually talked about this one yet. So, all right, if I train in 75 Beastman seals, I can unlock Sky Access. I don't have to go through the quest in order to do that. 100 Beastman seals unlock access, dynamic access. I don't have to go through the quest. Drakenfall. All right, if I trade a Drakenfall water, I can increase Mog sack size to 80 slots, and Anata Boga Heart increase Mog safe to 80 slots. Okay, that's just this area. You can get so many perks. And of course, if I come over here, here's the exchange NPC where you can do the augments chest. And actually, I don't think I've done any of these yet. Yeah, because I don't have anything I could do that. Actually, I probably haven't even unlocked that through the NPC. And then there's another guy over here. This is when you get up to level 70 and you get rank 6. Okay, you can get those perks. Okay, and here you can just buy some of the stuff. If you're doing like Dark Knight and you don't want to go through the process of getting those extra 100 kills to get the Deathbringer, you just come in here and you buy this. Now, of course, I'm assuming once you unlock the job, then they'll add more. See, because I don't think Momeno was here until I unlocked the Sam job. I could be wrong. Anyways, we're gonna go and we're gonna check out the library. I know this seems kind of, this is good for like those who, if you're just looking to play retail, you're not gonna be interested in any of this, and I got it. Okay, so coming in here, this is the library. Again, more perks. You come in here if you want to work on your relics. You can come in down here. The bestiary. I'm trying to remember what this is. Oh yeah, that's right. So you can, if you're working on like you can trade all these stuff, and you can get a lot of these different little items and all that. The AOs, the mystic weapons, and such. Okay, I haven't used it yet, so I'm not gonna go too much into detail. Okay, I said again, you need rank 6. Need rank 6 and be level 70 or higher to use that. Which hopefully by like in a couple weeks I'll have that. Okay. Oh, and so I wasn't paying attention, but so here with the relic board, and as you see, you can
you can hunt down certain creatures and such, and you get items, experience, which are correlated towards those particular for these. Okay, and there's like over 100, and they'll tell you what you need to kill and where it's located at. And you can come in here with any job and just collect it. So it's, let's say, for you did it on your samurai, you kill these things, but it's like, I don't need any more experience with the samurai. You know, you can say, well, I'll just go in there, and you're level 1 white mage. You just click on this board, and it'll give you the experience towards that job, and it will give you an item. In this case, I got a Makuso, which I don't know what that is. It sounds like it's probably like a weapon for a ninja. No, I'm sorry. It's for samurai. I don't need it now because my samurai is level 40 something. That would have been nice a while back. Let's see, what is my samurai up to? My samurai is level 52, so doesn't help me. You know, I'll probably sell it or something. So, coming here, you come into the login exchange. And so what the login exchange is, you can't, if you're logging every day, you'll get X amount of points. It's 500 for the first day, the first time you ever log in, and then it's 100 points per day that you log in. And except I think it's the first day of the month, you get, like, of every month, you get an extra, you get 250 points. And so you can use them. Yeah, actually, enjoy it. Oh, look at that. I didn't even... See, there's something I just got which I wasn't expecting. And you can use them to get items within the game. You know, in this case, you know, here you can get like mounts. Omega, Gabu, Coral. Actually, I don't even know how many points I have. King Moo, you know, etc. And it just goes on and on. You can get, you know, neat little thing. Okay. You can get NM spawn items. Okay, that you need to spawn certain NMs, especially if you want to get them so you can get their whatever items that they drop. Okay, here's this. You can get chips, and again, I'm not familiar with what those are. There must be something particular. Okay, you do general items, and the biggest thing I saw down here is the trust ciphers. And I ended up picking up Quildo. I already got him, so obviously there's no point in getting another one. Okay, like here you can get levels, weapons for levels 1 to 20. Any of the Anya weapons, the Deathbringers, bronze, you know, pretty much is for any of the jobs, which so it's really cool. You know, I said, you know, you don't have to worry about wasting money. I wish I kind of knew about this beforehand, but good thing is I only took in like 5 jobs past the level 20 points, so a lot of stuff I can still use. And here's the, and I think these were part of the stuff you can augment. And a lot of these, and I forget what gear they call this. I remember I saw it on the Valhalla thing, what they called it. And again, I feel kind of noobish and such, but these are really going to be nice to have. Okay, so whenever I decide, see how, like, unfortunately this one is, I've already taken Warrior, and Dark Knight right past these, but if I decide to do Paladin and Dragoon, which I do plan on doing Dragoon. Paladin, I don't know about that, but if I do, I come here and get stuff for him. Same thing, I've already taken Thief, pass here, so this stuff doesn't do me good, but I can still do Beastmaster, Ranger, Corsair. I definitely am going to do Ranger whenever I get the money. Okay, and etc. Down here, I'm just glad, like, I can still make do with a lot of these. So, and like I said, you got so many other things in here. Look, you can get all your blue magic. Oh, I got stuck right there. You know, you can get costumes. You got the battle book right here. Actually, I haven't looked at that option yet. Oh yeah, okay. I know what it is. Okay, you can do your daily quest here, and I'll do one right now where it's let me see. Yeah, trade 5 beastman seals. I'll get, you'll get like X amount of gil. Okay, here we go. 5 beastman seals, and guess what? Oh, I already did this last night. That's why. So I can't even do it. So I gotta wait. But you get gil. And here's the thing. This is part of your daily login. And look, I got 2,000 experience. I got 1,200 gil. And now if I go to now, see, when I got this last time, I got a whole bunch of stuff because I didn't know this existed. Even though I didn't know it existed, it automatically started accumulating the first day that I started the game. So of course, then when I open up with my warrior, and I gain like so much experience. I end up going from level 29 to like level 33 or something like that. It was insane. Now I said something about check my delivery box. I don't know if did I get anything? No. So that's probably something from the other day. But I had gotten neat little things. So these are just the little perks that you can do to just. Oh, here's a spell shop. If you want to get some of those interesting spells. I wish Ushimeshini was in here. That would be nice. But I didn't get some of these. And some of them I don't plan on to. So, but it's really is nice. Just to be very honest. Okay. Now all you gotta do is this one is a little bit more simple. And this will just take me right out. Okay, and those are just some of the perks for doing if you're on the Valhalla private server. Okay, so if you're seeing this, and you really want to get back into the game, but you really don't want to go through the long process of doing some of this stuff, come on down to the private server Valhalla. Again, it's free to play. Okay, I'm assuming that's the reason why it's free to play is because the people who are running it, well, they can't make money off of it to begin with, is because then it'll be a violation towards Square Enix, and of course but so and it's all good. They don't make no money. This is strictly free to play. Enjoy. You go at your own pace. You don't need to spend hours and hours and hours trying to get what you need. I mean, there's going to be certain places where you need to get some help and such. Okay, but it's all good, So, like I said, I'm really glad I got told about these neat little perks, and so the rest of the way going through, it'll be so much more funner than if you play retail version. Okay, and retail version, I love the retail version, but you could spend hours, and this was always my thing that I kind of despised, was you could spend hours and get nothing done. On here, you can come on for an hour and you can get actually a lot done. And just as a little side note, tomorrow's stream will be on Final Fantasy XIV. We'll be going back and doing some more adventures in Azorial. Okay? Well, anyways, so I really hope anybody who's watching this, I hope, come on down to the Valhalla private server. I think at any time there's maybe less than 100 people on. Let's see. How many does it say they're on right now? There's 44 people on right now. Now, this list does not show everybody who's on the server, but I'm guessing this is that who they show is the main actual account. Because there's probably you'll see maybe 100, 150 around. Okay, but I don't think they count as the mules. Okay, so in actual people, there's 44 online, because I've seen some names go around,
And when I do the see all, they don't pop up at all. So I mean, it is what it is. So unless, of course, it's just showing for the link show itself. Let's see, here's everybody who's in this link show. And there's probably like, what, 20 people? So which means the other people who are online, you know, they have a different link show. You know, there may be 5 friends on here who know each other really well, so they did their own little link show and whatnot. I know I've seen 2 other link shows. So, and who knows what they do? That's up to them. But I really like it. I really do. So, like I said, come on down to Valhalla. I would love to see a couple hundred people, actual people, on the server. So it populates a little bit more. I mean, and you play through this, like I said, it was nice having a low server account on the server, because it was easier for me to go do certain NMs because they're always around. Okay, right now, for the last few weeks, I was the only one camping out Leaping Lizzie, so I can get the bounding boots. Okay, can you imagine what it was like when with 2,000 people on, and if like even 20% of that, so that would be like a couple hundred, were like, hey, well, we want to get our bounding boots. It'd take forever. You know, it would take weeks and weeks, depending on how often she was getting killed. You know, but for me, it took me a couple days, and you know, just because whenever I popped on, you know, and I was doing it by myself. I didn't even have the trust NPCs, and so I wish I had the trust NPCs, because it would have made it a whole lot easier to beat that girl. You know, because I was trying to do it as a level, I don't know, 15 or 16 thief. You know, I waited till I got treasure hunter, so yeah, so I had to be at least level 15. So I get that treasure hunt. So, but hey, you know, it is what it is. So let's see, what should I go do? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna switch over to warrior, and I'm going ahead and I'm just we're gonna go and we're gonna do some leveling whenever this loads up. There we go. All right, cool. So all right, so we're gonna do some warrior, because I need to get him up to like 37. So this where when I'm probably gonna level him up to like level 40. So this where, well, actually no, if I really wanted to, I'd take him up to level 45. So I can when I do my other jobs. Oops, no, I want warrior's axe. Okay, we'll do that. The only thing that kind of sucks is because I skipped up a few levels, which means I gotta catch up with my skills. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Ahead, we're gonna. Okay. Alright, we're going to go and get Signet real quick. Actually, I'm going to stop by the auction house real quick. So, but I know later tonight I'm going to do some rank missions. So rank missions you can't skip as far as I'm aware. I wish I could, because I've been up to like level 10 rank in Final Fantasy 11. I would be nice if I could skip ranks, but I don't think they went that far. It's like, well, we don't want to make it that easy, and I don't blame them. You know, I want to have a little bit of stuff, a little, you know, a little bit of difficulty. That would be nice. All right, I just want to see. I did actually get a new keyboard, so when this keyboard, because I don't know, it's starting to make little squeaks and all, which kind of sucks, but
It is what it is, I guess. Not cool, not cool. Alright, well, I'm just gonna pay. Oh, let's underbid. Let's see if I get lucky. Oh, see, look, I just bought a Mythal Axe for 10,000 when normally it's. This is what I like about the blind auction house. It has this little perks thing, because sometimes you might get to where someone's like, well, I really don't want to pay the taxes for the auction house, so they try to do is keep it under, and to see if they can skip out on paying like a couple thousand in taxes and such. Or actually, I don't even know how much would it be if you put up an item for like millions and millions, but you know. So I'm gonna see real quick. Wait, hold on a sec. You know, it would be nice. I could have gone to Combat Casters once. Let's see. Ugh. Alright. Oh, Tabar, that's a nice one. Tabar is nice. Alright, let me see if I can. I'll underbid, see if I get lucky. And really, like right now, because I don't have. There's no point in me getting two axes of the same kind. Unless, of course, they have like any, you know, special substats, like, you know, range attack +4 or accuracy this or strength that. You know, it really makes no sense to get two axes that are just vanilla plain. Okay? In this case, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to get. Hold on a sec. Oh, you know what? It really makes no sense. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother for the Beld Axe. Like I said, I don't know when I'll actually take Warrior up to the next thing. So, but 217 Axe, trust me, those will stay up there for a while. Okay. All right. This is fine. I'm cool with this. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna jump over to a leveling area. And like I said, I went to this area. I went through it with 3 NPCs, but now I just unlocked like and I didn't do it through the Rhapsodies because they don't have it, because you need to be up to a certain point. But what I did was, one of the perks features that they have is you can pay, you know, X amount, and you can unlock the 4th one without having to go through the quest thing for it. And part of the quest thing is you need to have access to this Oodalline, and right now they don't have the Oodalline, access to Oodalline on here, whether that's by choice or whatnot, which is cool. It's fine, but they gave the perk to access it by paying. I think I paid like 20,000 gil or something like that, or it was something, I can't remember what it was, to unlock that fourth truss. So, like I said, pretty cool. Actually, and I know later I'm going to do is the NPC quest to Oh my god, the quest to unlock the Chocobo mount, because I'm definitely going to do that. So, and I want to get one of those neat little Chocobo mounts that they have. I don't know which one I'm going to do. Honestly, I don't know. I'll probably go for the highest one, but we'll see. So this could be a little bit of a boring part here. So, you know, so I'm going to talk about other things and such. Well, one is anybody who's a hockey fan, and specifically a New York Rangers fan. New York won 6-5 in overtime against the Islanders in the Subway Stadium series. You know, where they played. I think it was the MetLife Stadium. Is it either MetLife or it's Yankee Stadium? It was probably MetLife that they played in MetLife in the open outdoors. They were down at, let's see. Let me put on my trust real quick. Let's see. Rangers were down 4-1 in the second period, and they came back from that to
to win the game 6-5 in overtime. I mean, everybody count a lot of people count them out. When they were down 4-1, some people make good arguments why they felt like that. To be very honest, I'm so happy I have 4 NPCs now. This will go even faster. So actually, I probably go get a black mage now instead of having Yami out there. I like with Kuto is that Kuto comes in as a Corsair, so and I don't know if Kuto is a man or a woman, but Kuto does is since as a Corsair can do all the roles and all that, and that particular NPC fixates on doing the experience rolls, so I'll get even more experience. I think it goes up to like, I don't know, 12% or something like that. Experience and attack is the one that Koto works on the most. So, but anyways, yeah, so Rangers came back down, and they won it 6-5 in overtime. Like I said, last year under... oh god, I can't think of... it was the coach who won it in Vancouver. Goa, I think is his name. I could be wrong about that. Did I get aggro? Nope. So, and yeah, it was therefore I know like last year and I think the year before that, if Rangers were down, it just seems like they gave up. And that was very much the truth. Which really was annoying. They had like no comeback. But I mean, then again, like the first year he was there, they would do that. But it just, I don't know. It was, I don't know. I don't even know what word to use to describe such a thing. They just had no will to come back and fight. But under Lavrio, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So if I'm not, oh well, the man can go ahead and correct me. They have the fighting spirit. They have the just to keep going, and it's great to do that. But I'll say it's the defense. Man, there were like 2 goals in there that it's like, yeah, there's no way like Shesterkin was going to have a chance. I mean, when the obvious one that I can point out to is when Lingwin got slashed in the face, and he went down, and of course because he went down, the guy he was going after was able to get open, and the puck came right to him, and it was a wide open net. I mean, the guy, now if Lingwin was still in the play, he didn't get slashed in the face when it went down, that goal probably doesn't happen. More than likely. So, I mean, it was just one of those things. And I know there was one other. It was a really bad tip, and I'm just like, I don't think many goalies would have been able to get to that one. And it just like, but there were a couple softies, and you can just tell from Shesterkin's body language that he was just like, oh, crap. I am trying to make sure I don't really curse a lot on my streams, because I am streaming, by the way, because I am streaming to, not only am I doing Twix, Twitch, but I'm also streaming on YouTube and on Twitter as well. Okay, so I'm trying to be on my best behavior. Okay, so anyway, yeah, you can tell from Shesterkin's body language that he knew he should have had that, and and people criticize him of that, and rightfully so. It's like, come on, dude, you were keeping it under like 250 a game, and he might be nearing like 3 goals right now. And granted, they did interfere, and he's like, yeah, I like to do better, but as long as we get the W,
At the end of the day, the W, that's what matters. It doesn't matter if I'm playing good or whatnot. Though, and I'm not probably characterizing that statement properly. But I wanted to play good. I want be kicking butt, and having like a less than 2.3 GAA, goals allowed on average. But but at the end of the day, you want the win, and I'm glad that the Rangers offense stepped up. But you need also is to. I'm gonna go with the Parabola because I still got some. You need to have a good defense. You can always make the error too, as long as your offense is scoring more than what you're giving up. You're gonna win every game, and that's just the way it is. But when you're having a night to where your offense is just not there or is struggling, then your defense needs to step up to keep yourself from losing. I know like when what was it? We had out in the West, Colorado and Vegas, they were just killing everybody just because our defense ain't not that great, and they didn't really have that good defense, but their offenses were just dominating. It didn't matter what their defense did. They're like, we gave up 3, 4, 5 goals, but in the process they were scoring 5, 6, 7, 8 goals a game. It was just like, it was like the 80s all over again, where if anybody have ever watched the when during the 80s and even the early 90s. Oh yeah. If your goalie was averaging under 3 GAA, you had a good goalie. You really did. Goalies having anything less, having more than that was fairly, I think the average was like 2.8 during the 80s. That's when the goalies were not as athletic as they are now, where they do the sprawling, saves and such. They didn't get down on their knees nearly as much. I was just watching a old vintage hockey footage going back all the way to like the 30s. Those about to say something else. Trying to catch myself. Those guys weren't wearing hockey masks at all, and they didn't have the traditional gloves like we see now. They, the goalies had both hands on the stick, just like if they were going to, just like any other player. You'll see them as they come closer. Maybe they'll take their hand off, but they didn't have the gloves like we used to, like they have now. They didn't have anything that's specifically designed to catch pucks. They have form-fitting gloves. So, and it's amazing that not as many goals went down, but they weren't like doing insane slop shots as you have now. If you were to take any of those players from the 30s, 40s, and 50s and just throw them into today's game, they would get annihilated. Now, a lot of their skating was still pretty on base, was still on par. You can just tell from the way they skate. They skated really nice, And actually, the footage, I actually was very surprised about the footage. I was expecting lower quality than what but they actually had decently good quality to where I could clearly tell who was playing. The motions were smooth. So actually, it was quite nice. So hey, huzzah to them. But yeah, the game. Just seeing how the game was played in the in the 20s and 30s, it has evolved dramatically in the
80 plus years since then. I mean, if you're going back to the 1920s, then yeah, it's over 100 years later. The game has evolved so much. I mean, like I said, one of the biggest things is players able to do slap shots, insane trick plays. I mean, you name it, it's just like, good lord. It's just amazing how much the game has evolved. So, but yeah, so Rangers really need to, and even the guys who are cheering on that they won, they're like, yeah, they won, and but you'll see the big criticism is just like they need to work on their defense. They've only had one good defensive game in the last few games, and that was when Shesterkin shut out Calgary, who don't get me wrong, good team. They're above 500. They're fighting for a position into the playoffs. But they need to be able to do that against some higher ranking teams, because New York is what, top 3 right now in the league, top 4. I mean, the only next competition that's coming up that's really is going to be something that's going to really test their mettle, that's supposed to test their mettle, is going to be when they play Dallas here. I think within the next week. It might even be the next game. But I know they got Vancouver coming up next month. So these like top 5 teams, teams that are more likely going to be in the playoffs, they need to start showing that they can beat those teams. I mean, granted, you can say like, hey, top it, they're the best team in the league, but if they're not able to really beat, it doesn't matter if you're a top team if you can't beat those who are going to be in the playoffs. Or if you're struggling against those teams, it could be like, oh yeah, they're wiping out like the teams who are not making the playoffs. They can like, oh yeah, they beat them all the time. They always win against those teams. But then you get into like those top 10 teams and they start to struggle against them. It's like, well, are you really that good, or are you just, you know what I'm saying? And you can still make the argument, well, yeah, they're winning their games. They're on top of the league. But at the end of the day, what matters most is how far you get into the playoffs. Do you make a deep run and, always there? Or is it you get into the playoffs and then you get fucking wiped out? And then that only makes your fans kind of mad, to be very honest. Especially when they're expecting like a deep run. And this year, make no mistake, with the way how the Rangers are playing, I want them to make a deep run into the playoffs. If they get annihilated in the first round, and don't get me wrong, last year they had a great 7-game series against the Devils, but they should have won. They should have gone to the second round, and they didn't, and that was very disappointing. And I still owe my friend a 6-pack of beer from that. It's about, every time I keep trying to want to go and give it to him, something comes up and we never can get around to doing it, because I haven't seen him in over a year. We keep in contact through Facebook, and he only lives I think within a half hour of me. It's just different priorities, unfortunately. And it is what it is. So, all right, but we'll be spending the next. We're going to be grinding this out for quite some time. So. Yeah, sit back, relax. We'll talk about some other things.
But like I said, I'm enjoying this game so much. It is such a blast when you have, this, when you have these little nice perks that allows the game to be tremendously more flexible. I don't need to spend excessively amount. I mean, like, what is it? The first 40 minutes of this stream I spent just talking about stuff, and now here I am within the last 20 minutes just actually playing the game. And I'm getting stuff done, and that makes it so much more enjoyable. It's kind of wish my archer skill was up a little bit higher, so I was hitting these more often. But I'm not too worried. I mean, my archer skill is at 51 now, so this means when I do Ranger and eventually Corsair, it's oh yeah, they're gonna be set up pretty well. And even then, I might go into the skill up things and the skill up zone to work on some more of that. And like I said, I'm just using just a parabo +1 and wooden arrows. So this is not to get the best damage with the range. It's just a matter of I just want to be able to just hit the target. That's it. That's all I want to do. As long as I can hit the target, which means I hit the target, I'm going to get a skill. It's when I do Ranger and Corsair that, I want to make sure, I hit as hard as I could for obvious reasons. Let's see, what's this at? This is incredibly tough still. Yeah, because usually I come here around 35, but with the extra NPC, I was able to come here at 33, and I would feel way more comfortable. And as you see, my guys are just tearing through this. Trying to see if I can get an extra hit off with the range. So, but yeah, like I said, it's going to be probably like, it's during the week, so I'm not going to concentrate too much on a long stream. I might do like a 2-hour stream. I do know I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom here for here soon. Got like the bubble guts going. Kind of sucks. If anybody who's familiar with that. But hey, it's just really good. I just, like I said, I enjoy this. This is great. So, but for the upcoming schedule with the Rangers, I know they got like some low tier teams. I do know. I think they got the Devils coming up soon. I do know that the final game of the season is going to be Ottawa. So assuming depending on where the Rangers are in the standings, like they should really rest Shesterkin for that last game, and it's a good way for Quick to finish off the season. And I say his Quick has been playing great. I think he's only had like maybe 1 or 2 bad games. Other than that, he's been solid. I think he won like the first 9 games that he played. To where there people were like, do they have a goalie issue going on? So, hold on 1 sec. I got a lot of noise going upstairs. Be right back. Oh, sorry about that. I had a lot of noise going on upstairs. And I was trying to figure out what the hell it was. So it was just a roommate who was coming in, and dog was just going crazy. So, anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, Quick. So, yeah, no. Quick's been playing really good. I think, he's been putting up numbers that he always did. And you know what? For being a backup goalie and seeing just that he's back in form, and could only be for this year, sure. I tell you what, though, for the Rangers, given take how past backups have worked out, and even though I really had high hopes for Halak from last season, but it just unfortunately didn't work out all that great. I think he still broke even for the year, or just under it. But I mean, the Rangers would be, they'd be fighting for it. They'd be like what, 6th place or something. I'm talking about within for the playoffs. Instead of being like at the top of their division. They'd probably be on right there for the wild card spot. So for all the fans and all that, we're happy that the Quick has shown that he's really good. He's back in form. For this year. And there was talks that he wasn't even going to come out of, that he wasn't even going to be the backup goalie after they signed him. That he looked like he was having problems during the training camp, but it just seems like season started and he's just like, nope, it's time to get serious. So I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad it has worked out. And I say, welcome. And I following, it just sucks is that I think the only way to retain him is going to have to give him a pay increase. And I don't know if Rangers, and I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know. It sucks to try to pay millions and millions of dollars to a backup. Unless that backup's gonna be playing, some significant time. But then you'd be like, well, we're paying even more and more of millions of dollars to a starter who's not even playing that many games. And for someone like Shesterkin's price tag, he needs to do around at least 60 games. But if he's only playing like, I don't know, 50 games, and then Quick is playing the rest, But hey, at the end of the day, if they win the Stanley Cup, then then it was money well spent. Let's see. No, 104, 204. Huh. Guess I only killed I only killed 2 of them. Huh. Well, I'll kill this one and I'll see where this comes. There you go. Let's get close enough to where I can actually hammer him. Alright. 3 or 4. Okay. I missed that one. Alright, let's go back and see if we can find a siege back real quick. There we go. Yeah, because I want to get the links and the Beatles. There's only like 6 of them, so if I if I kill that next one, he's not going to count towards anything. All right, got some. Oh, I got 2 sets of ringlets. Decided they wanted to come in. With my 4 NPCs, it's not going to be too hard. Hell, I had only 3 NPCs, and I was able to take on these guys. This many, and they were like, you know, I don't know. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, it's gonna be no issues with these guys. Alright. Just want to make sure I don't accidentally fall down. Anyways, yeah, so like I said, if the Rangers win the Stanley Cup this year, then yeah, they need to get Quick back. And I'm sure they're not going to get him for like under $1 million. Because he's on a 1-year basis. So I'm figuring next year his price tag is probably going to go up to, you know, like $2 million. Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this siege back because it shouldn't. Just make sure that there we go. If I had one more slot open, that I'm trying to figure. Like, I'm going to replace Iyami with a black mage. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. As soon as I'm just trying to figure out. They're going to be from the Windhurst one, so I'm wondering how I'm going to do this. Wonder who I'm going to pick. I think there's 2 of them I can grab. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. That will be something I do offline. So, but yeah, we're grinding all the way. Well, I'm going to do this until 45. So, and normally I don't do the grinding on streams and such, but I wanted to talk about the neat little perks you can get from the Valhalla the server if you decide to play on it. So, and I thought it was going to take a lot longer, to be very honest. I thought it would take me like at least an hour and a half. So, like I said, I'm going to play this for about another 20 minutes. You know, I thought about going up to 2 hours, but I don't think anybody's really want to watch me grind out for a couple hours. It was just you get boring because right now then you know, here I am going to have to talk you up a storm, and you know, I didn't have any talking points to bring up, and that's kind of bad on my part. I need to I really need to start writing down some talking points just for, you know, I can talk about different things, you know, unless I get people in here, you know, who would like to have a back and forth. I know I did a few days ago where I had some come in, you know, and they had, you know, lots of questions, so I was able to had a nice back and forth going. So, and I really do enjoy that. So, you know, there's things that people don't want to listen to while they want to, you know, enjoy these streams. So, and I totally support that. So, like I said, you know, I'll play for like 20 more minutes, and then, you know, I might go ahead and redo up another stream, and we'll do some Final Fantasy 14. You know, I might actually do that. You know, I might take like a 20-minute break so I can go like to the bathroom and such. Alright. Alright, get that archery skill going. Nice, nice. Might go into the skill up library later and level up archery a little bit more. Well, like I said, I'd just be sitting there just using wooden arrows, just, you know, because less expensive. Nice, get some of that. See, do I got dual wield? Oh yeah, double attack. Double check, make sure. Yep, yep. Alright, so I started a new regime. Oops. That's fine, I'm good. There you go, let me get some. Ah, I missed. Alright. Listen that way. Yeah. Boo. Okay, okay. Oh, no, I don't want to. Oops, don't do that. Alright, of course, little bastard decides to turn around. Okay. Let's do another one. Damn, I missed. Definitely like to go ahead and skill up so I can level up this bow a little bit. I do want it to be at 100 by the time I decide to do Ranger. That would be nice. This way then I know I'm good through like the first 25 levels. I don't have to worry about leveling. Right now I can get away with like the first 12, which is still pretty good, don't get me wrong. You know, I would like to have it to where it's high enough to where I can always hit, so I can, when I do that range, I get that initial, even if it's a couple points damage, you know, I'll take any damage I can get. There you go. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, so I need one more bat. Okay, so now if I aggro the beetle, I'm not gonna care. 55, yay! How many, Alright. I still got over 100 left, so okay, I'm good. Let's do one. Alright, I'll go down that way real quick. I know there's a few bats down that way. I'll kill one or two and. The only thing I don't like about the NPCs is their random weapon skills, but you know, if they're waiting for me, then they'll never use them sometimes, or you know. So it's annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, miss, of course, why not? There we go. 56, awesome. Might as well. I'm not gonna use the weapon. I'm not gonna waste my weapon skill on this one. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go back. Huh, I don't recall this one ever being here. Damn, I missed. I like that Corsair. Nope. Oh, hit him for fuck's sakes. Of course not. Here we go. Alright. I wonder if I can do this while I'm... Yep. Let's see. Can I get rid of... Yeah, I do. See, that's what I like about having these perks, man. It's just nice. It's convenient. Nice and convenient. I'm at level 40, anyway. Oh, I didn't bring the tilt belt with me. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's... Oh, I could have been using this the whole time. Oh well. Ooh. Alright. Miss, of course. Miss. Always make sure, like, I mean, this should be obvious, but in case if you, where is brand new to playing, it's like, whenever you put up your main weapons, make sure the strongest one, the one that has the highest base damage, is in your main slot, because that's the one that your weapon skill is going to go off of. I mean, it should be obvious, but, you know, in case you don't know, I mean, you could be some young kid who's never heard of this and came across this, and if you did, hey, thanks for coming across this. You know? Still missing. You know, I gotta look and see when I do the skill ups what level, you know, 57 archer is, what level that's compared to. So I am gonna do the skill up thing just so I can, you know, raise it. I mean, might as well, right? I have the option. $58, nice. Still missing, jeez. Alright, about a few minutes I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to end this stream. I'm just going to finish up this chain. Miss, of course. Okay, so I need to find a beetle. Oh, there he is. Okay, so I'm out of those. Oh, for a moment. There we go, I finally hit one. Alright. Well, that concludes this chain. So I'm going to log out. But with that, hey, I appreciate, thank you for taking the time to watch this stream with me. You know, and as we went through some things about the Valhalla server. Like I said, I thought that was going to take a little bit longer, but not as much. I mean, there were still, because there's some options which I can't do, so that should have been like an obvious thing to me. But it wasn't. Hey, So I'm gonna be back in about probably like 3:30, 3:45. I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break, and we're gonna be back. We're gonna do some more Final Fantasy 14, and we're gonna play that for a couple hours. We're gonna go through some quests. We're gonna do some dungeons, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So with that, you like this stream? Like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hey, enjoy life. You only got one life. Enjoy it to the best. Okay, and with that, I will catch you later in about